What's your badge number, by the way?
Big news here in Mississippi. The jokesters that were elected as our state representatives decided to bypass a vote and went straight for the jugular to remove the state flag of Mississippi. My thing that I've said from the beginning is that if it goes to a vote, and if the overwhelming majority voted in favor of a new flag, you're not going to hear me complain. Because at the end of the day,
Mr. Mayor, I want to speak
my statement has always been about our constitutional rights. Okay? The rights that are afforded to us as citizens. It's not about us stars and bars. It's about the will of the people.
Sure, but this is the taxpayers' house. They have a right to speak. You have absolutely no right to say that they can't speak.
And you have elected officials that are making controversial moves that are ignoring that which the people vote for.
You're a cultural Marxist. Every
Just spelled out
one
an
of you
epic
sitting there are
disaster
cultural Marxists
for society.
who vote
Because it
to
sets
keep the flag
precedents.
down.
Only bad things can come from it. You want to hear about one of the nastiest public corruption scandals? What's crazy is I've literally mapped this thing out.
Joey
Called every single phase of what's going
Why
on
is
right now.
the county not wanting to
In
comply on
advance.
the public records request? You told me
Because I knew it happened.
y'all will not respond to anything. Any email, any public records request, anything. I
And
want to
you've
know
got
why. I am holding
agencies
our county
They're
officials
obstructing
accountable
justice,
for this.
destroying evidence, and turning a blind eye.
You know I was framed. We've already had that discussion, Joey.
Shoveling proof of innocence
Jared Bundren.
and shielding criminal activity.
Hey, I'm here to show you how
That's
to conduct
going
a
on in our
proper
very
investigation. You received a call on May 24th, 2017.
Heinous corruption
I would like the details of that call.
to such a level
Why are y'all cowards? Why are y'all cowards?
to help get a female Democrat
I'm
mayor
saying
elected.
I would like to. I'm trying to ask. You said noted.
Kept damning information, which would have had potentially devastating political ramifications from coming down the hopper. Her husband, the attorney of my ex, for the original child custody matter back in 2016, August of 2016. It was that time that my child was kept from me for approximately 2 months. It was the first extended period of absence that I took away from her. That was, she basically was used as a wedge, a negotiation tool. You got the May 1st, 2017 arrest. In front of that statue right there. Where I was holding the state flag of Mississippi. Standing on public property. Was not bothering a soul. Was not loud. nothing. Just standing on this very pavement that I'm standing right now, holding the state flag of Mississippi. But because that didn't fit the agenda of this city, the city being that it took it on itself to remove the state flag from city property, while all along taking taxpayer dollars from the state, from Jackson. My view hasn't changed on that. Never will. It's common sense. If you take state-funded tax dollars from your state, well, damn it, I think it should be an obligation that you fly the state flag. I don't think that's some far out there want and demand. May 1st, Deputy Sheriff Timmy Pruitt pulled up. He asked me if I had a permit to be here. I told him that I had the First Amendment. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I'm a Patriot. I'm a 3%er. I took an oath at the end of 2007 to uphold and defend our Constitution from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. My oath had no expiration date. Nowhere in the military oath is there an expiration date that says that this oath is only good until the time of your service ends. And it's like that for a very particular reason. You see, when I took an oath back in 2007 to uphold and defend our Constitution, I swore an oath to our country and ultimately wrote a blank check to our government for an amount up to and including my life. Now, I wasn't deployed. I was never sent to a deployable squadron. In fact, I was in the air wing, and I was part of a non-deployable squadron that actually trained new pilots to fly the AV-8B Harrier and then get assigned to a gun squadron and sent overseas to drop bombs on Iraq. So I personally find my MOS and my job very crucial to the readiness of the Marine Corps and its officers to go and drop bombs on the bad guys. Okay? So I wrote a blank check to the government for an amount up to including my life. It's that reason right there alone that the oath that I took doesn't expire. So I wanted to know, and I still want to know to this day, how a city and a county has the right, feels that they have the right to supersede the Constitution, the law of the land. Because the last I knew, no law made by any city or any county ever had the effect of becoming a law and a lawful order if it directly clashed with that of the Constitution. And the First Amendment right guarantees my right to stand here on public property, whether or not I'm causing friction, whether or not I'm irritating people. It's my right, granted through the First Amendment, to have freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press. Just like, I'll point the camera over here, if y'all can see. You've got protesters over there holding signs, wanting the statue to come down. And I tell them every single time I talk to them, that they have a right to be here. And honestly, they have the right to live, to be here free of harassment. You don't even need to have a permit. Shouldn't even be a requirement to have a permit. But see, that's the liberal hypocrisy, because I'll never hear that said to me. In fact, being that I'm a conservative, just the opposite. Back in May of 2017, false reports were called up there about me causing problems on the square, even though I wasn't saying a thing. I was just holding a state flag, had a gun on my hip.
You know, I am audio and video recording, Mr. Brett.
I don't care. You have a permit to be here.
The First Amendment, actually.
You have a permit to be here.
No.
All right, you gotta leave.
Why is that?
Because you're going to jail if you don't.
I'm going to jail just for standing out here and holding a flag.
Yeah. You have to leave.
Okay, where does that super... let me just...
One more time.
Can I just ask you... Can I ask you a question?
I'm going to ask you one more time to leave. If not, I'm going to go you to jail. Disorderly conduct.
Okay, I'll leave and take this straight to my attorney then. That's you can't threaten me with my First Amendment rights. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr.
Count
Pruitt.
3 to leave. 1.
This fucking city is ass fucking backwards. Ass fucking backwards. Y'all see that? Hey, what's your badge number, by the way, Deputy Pruitt? No, I'm not. I'm leaving. I was asking you. I was leaving. Long story short, Deputy Pruitt said I had to leave. I didn't have a permit or I was going to face arrest. Said I was going to take the video straight to my attorney. I couldn't be threatened with my First Amendment rights. His uniform was a little bare that day. He had forgotten to put his badge back on before coming out. I took about 7 steps off and I turned around to ask him what his badge number was. That infuriated him because it made him look horrible. As if he wasn't already doing a good enough job of that himself. When he came trying to trod on a Marine Corps veteran and a Patriot's rights, stand there in solitude, by myself, not even as a group, holding the state flag of Mississippi. I was arrested. When I asked him what his badge number was, it infuriated him. He took me to the jail. I maybe was in the jail for about an hour before I posted bond. I grabbed my state flag. My car was parked right here on the square still. And I decided I was going to take a victory lap and walk from the sheriff's department with my state flag back to the square. And I did a victory lap around the square, holding my state flag, proudly holding my state flag. Because I knew what I did was not wrong. And you can try to paint me into a corner and try to demonize me all you want to. Fact is, even by the sheriff's department's own admission, and through multiple agencies, news agencies, I was arrested for holding the state flag on public property. When freedom of speech comes under attack, the only thing to fall back on is freedom of expression. Just like you with your purple glasses, okay?
Oh.
You know? There are a lot of people that don't like purple. So what?
For one, you don't hear what I hear in my headphones. You just don't. Got my own music on. Number 2, you play stupid games. Be ready to win stupid prizes. Number 3, we can trace this back to 3, 4 different courts now that can take 100% of the blame when it comes down to if I get any kind of different treatment from publishing the proof, the evidence, from insisting on holding her accountable when due to the failure of the court system that is yet to happen. No skin off of their back. Like I said in the beginning, and whenever I was formulating the concept of writing with the Outlaw, if the courts won't hold them accountable, it's up to the public to hold the courts accountable. And them. Because it's way out of tilt. It's so unevenly weighted. So I have some pretty interesting recordings. And this time I'm going to throw the knuckleball to the middle.
What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? Against that? No! We will run! And we will live. Die. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Turning once again, this time more generally to the question of invasion, I would observe that there's never been a period in all these long centuries when an absolute guarantee against invasion, still less against serious raids, could have been given to our people. In the days of Napoleon, the same wind which would have carried his transports across the channel might have driven away the blockading fleet. There was always the chance, and it is that chance which has excited and befooled the imaginations of many continental tyrants. Many are the tales that are told. We are assured that novel methods will be adopted, and when we see the originality of malice, the ingenuity of aggression, which our enemy displays, we may certainly prepare ourselves for every kind of novel stratagem and every kind of brutal and treacherous maneuver. I think that no idea is so outlandish that it should not be considered and viewed with a searching, but at the same time, I hope with a steady eye. We must never forget the solid assurances of sea power and those which belong to air power, if it can be locally exercised. I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, nothing is neglected. If the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once again able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone.
At any rate,
That is what we are going to try to do.
that is the resolve of government.
Every man of them.
That is the will of the Parliament
That is the will of the people.
and the nation.
Our home.
The British Empire and the French Republic,
United States of America too.
linked together in their cause and in their need,
Will defend to the death,
their native soil
aiding each other like good comrades.
to the utmost of their strength. Even though large tracts of Europe,
Many old and famous states have fallen or may fall into the grip of Gestapo,
and all the odious apparatus,
of Nazi rule,
we shall not flag.
or fail.
We shall go on to the end.
We shall fight in France.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans,
We shall fight with growing
and
confidence.
growing strength in the air.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
We shall fight on the
We shall
beaches.
fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as crazy, we see genius. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Thank you for calling the Office of Attorney General Lynn Finch. Your call is very important to us, and we would like to route you to the appropriate division as quickly as possible for assistance. Please listen to all of the following options to find the one that best fits your needs. If you have a complaint related to identity theft, a scam or fraud, robocall, or other consumer matters, press 1. If you have been a victim of a crime and need to speak to a victim advocate or file or check on a claim for a victim compensation, press 2. If you need to reach our Medicaid Fraud Control Unit, press 3. If you have a question about an election crime, abuse, or neglect of a vulnerable person, Office of the Attorney General, this is Betty.
Hey Betty, I got disconnected. I called up there just a little bit ago, actually, to try to address something. I believe it's on the public integrity level, but for whatever reason, Lynn Fitch's office has defiantly refused to help me, even though I've been victimized over and over and over again. And so I'm calling for a comment from somebody. And the liaison, the Mr. Geiger, let's go ahead and bypass him. I've dealt with him for about a year. He doesn't even talk to me. And meanwhile, I'm standing trial for 9 charges, criminal charges, in a state county that were done retaliatory. And they're expecting me to stand trial when I'm being refused a right to a trial by jury. I think the Fifth Amendment is very clear. I'm actually in the Court of Appeals right now with an appeal against Lynn Fitch. And I would like to see some type of good effort from this department, from this office.
I don't have anyone in the office there that comments this week. I can take a name and number.
I've been getting to run around now for over a year with the same stuff. I mean, how does the Attorney General of Mississippi, how can she even substantiate the moves that she's pulling? I mean, I'm being victimized. It's open in the air, like out in the open corruption that I've captured on video. There's exculpable evidence that's being refused, and actually they're pushing to move trial forward. The prosecutor of Lafayette County, I'm being denied a trial by jury, and every judge has recused themselves in Lafayette County.
I just answered.
Ma'am, I'm telling you that I'm not. Look, I am holding y'all accountable. Okay, the time to skate by and refuse to do anything, no action, just. I don't know. What good is your office doing if you're not upholding the duties of your office? I mean, all y'all are going to do is just exactly what you probably just did. You put the phone down on the desk and came back to me a minute later. No, I'm tired of this stuff happening. It's ridiculous. Somebody needs to be held accountable. I'm looking for answers. I know there's somebody at the State Attorney General's office that's there that can speak to me now.
I sure how many times I have to say that.
Let me speak to Lynn Fitch then. Patch me on through to her.
Did you hear me when I I say I'm officed in a conference this week?
Everybody at the Attorney General's office is at a conference this week. You mean nobody's working out of that building?
I can take your name and your phone number.
Okay, does Lynn Fitch have a voicemail? Because I'd sure love to leave her a message about how I feel about this just blatant disregard for her duties.
I can take your name and your phone number.
It's Matt Reardon. I'm sure she knows the name from the ongoing fiasco from 2017 that clearly, since y'all refused to even lift a finger to conduct an investigation into it, makes you complicit.
So what county?
Lafayette. And see, I would like the Attorney General's office to address the situation of a citizen being denied the right to a trial by jury, especially when he's facing 9 to 10 charges that could be concurrently stacked when there's, evidence of wrongdoing and corruption. Their whole entire case is falling apart, but yet they're insisting on one person to decide the fate instead of a panel of 6, guaranteed by the 6th Amendment.
Now find an attorney. Tell me again about that.
What?
Tell me that you have an attorney or you do not have an attorney.
I do have a publicly appointed attorney, but I am a Marine Corps veteran and I do understand my constitutional right to a trial by jury. This is something that I'm more than willing to send up to a federal question. 9 charges. And you mean to tell me that when it's in that gray area, or it can be allowed, or it can be, permitted, or not left up to the judge, when, to be honest with you, any criminal trial should be a right to a trial by jury. That's ridiculous. And Lynn Fitch knows it. Guarantee it.
I have your information. I'll let you call back.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Why is the county not wanting to comply on the public records request? You told me.
You don't have to ask the county. Man.
You told me that if I submitted it, y'all would comply. That was the last time that we spoke.
I told you we'd look at it.
You said no. You said that we will comply. You said,
Hey, Matthew.
why haven't I gotten the? Really, Sheriff, is this really the position you're going to take? Why won't you even answer that? Look, y'all will not respond to anything. Any email, any public records request, anything. I want to know why. I am holding our county officials accountable for this. You know I was framed. That was one of your ringleaders right there. That was one of your ringleaders right there. You know that y'all coerced me. Y'all coerced me under stress and used my daughter. No, the Tannehills did, is who really did it. I followed the sham advice. Okay, well, hey, who are you trying to protect? Is it that there's no call that came in, or is it that there's somebody like Robin Tannehill or Ray Tannehill that's on that call? I want to know. Who's on the call? Who's on the call? Was there a call or was there not a call? It was. But it was on the police report that I got from May 30th.
Whatever medicine you're on, I think you need to go
Really?
take medicine or something.
Really?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
The response of the sheriff.
Pled guilty.
The response of the sheriff. Oh, really? Hey, get away from me. Get any closer. Get any closer. Okay. Really? Really? Dude, get away from me with that cupcake. That bullshit.
Oh, man.
Y'all are corrupt as you can be. Corrupt as you can be. I'm pissed off y'all violated my fucking rights. And if that's been you that's been driving by Weiss family's house, you better fucking stop it, Scott. It's been a black truck that's been driving by and stopping outside of the house.
Be careful now, you'll be back in my house here.
Hey, I got what I needed. The sheriff, okay, I needed a Q&A. I needed answers as to why y'all are obstructing justice. Y'all are refusing to comply with a FOIA request.
You got the consent form, so I can put that on there?
Absolutely.
Is there somebody that can initial off on it with me? Like I'll put my initial first?
I will take you into my major's office
Okay.
so that you got my top boss.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Is that the old phone? Sure. He download it, but he wanted to add a couple of things onto the consent to search form. I told him that I wasn't comfortable writing anything on the consent to search because it's his consent.
Right.
But he was going to write it on there, and he would like to have a witness to him writing it on there. And I said that I would come and bring him to your office because you're my top boss, so that you can sign as a witness. All right. So it says, consent to search. Before any search is made, you must understand your rights. You may refuse to consent to search and may demand that a search warrant be obtained prior to any search of the premises described below. If you consent to a search, anything of evidential value seized in the course of the search can and will be introduced into evidence in court against you. Do me a favor, print your name right there.
Okay.
And then, so I, Matthew Reardon, having been informed of my constitutional rights not to have a search made of the premises hereinafter mentioned without a search warrant, and of my right to refuse to consent to search, hereby authorize Detective Holiday Olive Branch Police Department. Police officers of the City of Olive Branch to conduct a complete search of my premises located at, that's going to be the phone. What type of phone is it?
Say iPhone 7.
iPhone 7, just regular 7. And what is the... Can you check that out for me? Because there's a specific code on the very back of it in really small numbers. It's the model A1660.
I got this phone for my wife, and she used it for the longest time before getting her own.
FCC ID. Alright. So that specifies that it's only this phone. These officers are authorized by me to take from my premises. Is there a passcode on it? Like when you hit the home button, does it open up?
Yes.
Okay. Do me a favor, go in there and take the passcode off. That way or you can write it on here, so that you know that not everybody's just going to be able to get a hold of it. These officers are authorized by me to take from my premises any letters, papers, materials, or other property which they may desire after giving me written receipt thereof. I am giving this written permission to the above named persons voluntarily and without threats or promises of any kind. And then you'll sign and date there, and anything you want to add to it, do me a favor and add like a little star and add there at the bottom. Joins your
Yes, sir.
bracelet. And kind of smile. Oh, fabulous. Christmas? Really? Maybe we'll get some snow. Are you going deer hunting? We're going to go to the deer camp this week on the golf club.
Hey, can I get your initials prior to me signing?
No, I'll sign it after. I got you.
It's worth a shot. You don't get anything you don't ask for.
That's right, I agree.
And today is the 18th, 12/18. And then I'm going to sign it as a witness. Button is unlocked now. Okay. Do me a favor. Place it in airplane mode for me.
Oh.
I'm also going to put that it has this back case to make sure that you get this back case back as well. So blue. Blue. Gray. Stuff. Case. Boom. Okay. Perfect. His signature is there, so that you have him as a witness as well.
Good deal.
You want a copy of that? Do you have any questions for me?
I do not.
Okay. That is for you.
Okay. Now, what is this?
That is the search warrant.
Okay. I didn't think that was needed.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to come and give consent or not, and so the judge gave me a search warrant.
So what does that mean to my consent to search?
That I can search your phone.
So does that I wrote in still apply at the bottom?
No.
It does not.
No.
Which I would have been informed of that up
I will
front.
give you a copy of this. You can have this as well to show that I'm taking this as property for evidence, and I'll give it back to you as soon as I get it down.
Okay.
Thank you.
Why was I not informed of this up front?
Well, we discussed it before, because it was on Monday. And then
I asked for 24 hours yesterday.
And then Monday, you were hesitant about if you wanted to or not.
And you said I could have a day.
Right. I mean, you have to look on our agency,
Because technically you and I both know on this.
I gave him the copy of the search warrant.
Detective, you and I both know that my Fifth Amendment rights on this, the court has ruled that a passcode is protected under Fifth Amendment rights, not a fingerprint unlock. I did under the consent of what I wrote, and then I get presented with this after the fact and told that this is no good, not invalid. My Fifth Amendment rights of a passcode on my phone, had I have known about this, I would have requested an attorney. So now I'm going to request an attorney.
Okay, you can do that.
Search warrant is valid.
I
understand, but I was asked to sign I asked yesterday for 24 hours to consult with an attorney. I did. She told me yes. I voluntarily brought it up here. I signed a consent to search, and I was presented with the search warrant after signing a consent to search. So what is this about?
The search warrant will cover this part.
I understand. There was no sense in me signing a consent to search.
Anything in that file.
Okay. Y'all are fishing.
You're trying to solve the case.
I know, and it should be thrown out. Just because somebody points a finger doesn't mean.
But I can't throw it out without evidence.
Okay.
That's what downloading this phone is all about.
But I don't understand when you and I just had this conversation yesterday, and I said I was going to talk to an attorney yesterday and be back up here today, which I did. And I signed a consent to search.
And it's well within
And I was told on the consent to search that if I put this here, that if you went outside of the scope, it was an illegal search.
to have your consent.
Yes, and I gave my consent. You went around me and got a search warrant whenever you told me I could have a day.
She was applying for a search.
No, she applied and had it signed off. That needs to be. Wait until after I do my consent to search to present that to you and tell me everything is spot.
Mr. Reardon, honestly, all I'm concerned about in that phone is the conversation between you and Phyllis. That's what I'm investigating. But because you are so hesitant with giving me that phone,
I have a right to privacy.
you absolutely do.
I have.
So now it's totally covered in that me downloading the phone is not going to be called into question by any defense attorney. Because when I didn't hear back from you this morning,
I told you.
I went to
you know
the
that my
judge.
lunch break is 12 to 1,
I went to the judge.
and I can't have my
What time were
phone
you here the other day? Yesterday.
between my lunch break. 12:10.
Well, with you being so hesitant,
I asked for 24 hours. I came in within 24 hours.
you didn't say you were going to turn the phone over.
But I came in within 24 hours. I said, let me ask my attorney a question. I was told that I could, and I said that I would come in tomorrow. That was what we talked
I guess
about.
I'm confused on why you're so hesitant
What does it matter?
Give me
I have a right to privacy.
to give me the evidence to be able to close this case, to be able to
I want that.
that
But
you did
what's
not
the
rape
point?
her.
Okay, and I want that. But what's the point in scoping it out to cover every single thing on my phone, knowing that I have a right to privacy? That was
Because-
exactly why I did this consent to
Because
search.
when we download your phone, I can't limit the download. It
Okay.
downloads everything.
And that's why we discussed yesterday that anything outside of the scope that I put on this consent to search is an illegal search, and you knew it.
With your consent.
Yes, and you knew that I was coming in here today about
No, I
that. That
didn't
is
know that
sloppy.
She explained to you, yes or no, she explained to you that to download everything.
Yes, but what y'all search and what can be introduced is only in the scope of the messages between Phyllis Crowder and myself.
She's not interested in introducing anything, with any other information having bearing on your case.
It has no other bearing, but I mean, just a conversation.
The point is, we can't limit the scope in the actual download because we don't have, there is no way to program it to limit to X things. It either takes everything off the phone or it takes nothing off the phone. It's a complete dump of all the contents of the phone.
And I completely understand that. But what I have a problem with is signing a consent to search and then being presented with that afterwards, knowing that we had the conversation yesterday that I was going to meet with my attorney as I have a right to do.
May I finish my sentence?
Yes.
Knowing that we can only take off everything or nothing. We want to be covered in our action of doing so because there is no way for us to physically do what you're asking to do. We can only download all of it or none of it. It's not set up to do anything else. The machine will not do anything different. We cannot program it to say we only want conversations between you and a certain individual or any other person's phone. We can't do that. So therefore, to be covered in our actions, we have to do this because we are only capable of downloading it all. We're only looking at what's pertinent to your case.
I understand. And I'm going to bring up the conversation that we've had several times as far as probable cause goes. I provided 31 pages of text messages. Where's the probable cause to even go and get a search warrant anyways?
That is the probable cause. That in and of itself is probable cause.
Okay.
Because you're showing and stating that there is evidence in that phone
Yes.
that is pertinent to this investigation.
Okay.
That is the probable cause to validate the signing of that search warrant.
Okay. Very well.
This covers us so that if it were to go to court, if she were to try to file a lawsuit and she gets a good defense attorney and she says, well, he said that you can only do this. But any good defense attorney is going to say, you can't limit what you download. So therefore, you truly didn't have consent of his, even though he signed it. So then they'll try to get the evidence tossed. This covers my evidence so that what I present, the text messages that you printed out, when I can get those in data form from the downloaded phone, I can present those and they're not going to get tossed.
That's all. Because we're physically unable to limit what that machine extracts. It extracts everything. And that's the only way to do it. Now we're only interested in what bears to your case.
I understand.
I mean, I
don't have enough time to go.
And I understand. You told me that. I just feel the only thing I feel slighted on is the fact that I've asked for a day and I kept my word. I came straight up here. I signed a consent to search, but yet you go and get a search warrant and tell me after you give it to me that what we just agreed to on the consent to search that's invalid. That's what you just told me in your office.
It's not that it's invalid, it's that it is incapable of strictly limiting your request.
Okay.
The machine can't do it. No machine can do it. There's no computer program, no technology out there available to strictly extract those specific things you may list. It's just not that way. It extracts all the data from that device. And it catalogs it for what it is. For instance, a multimedia message, where it's an SMS message, where it's video, where it's a picture, whether it's GPS data, whether it's phone logs, contact information, all that. It extracts all of that and sorts it by those categories. So there's no way to tell it, we only want this conversation between the owner of this phone and this person. Or we only want GPS data from this location during this conversation, or anything like that. We can't do that because it just can't be done. So what we have to do is take all of it. Now what we want to do is be covered in more. We want to only get what you want us to get, which is perfect to your case. That's all we want. But we don't want to be in violation of anything by having it all, because we don't have any way to do anything but take it all.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
that's what disappoints me the most is the fact that I've been completely voluntary. I didn't have to.
Right.
But I came up here and I met with her. I gave an hour-long deposition interrogation, provided proof through 31 pages of text messages. I mean, I've been completely, voluntary.
And from what I saw from her conversations with the DA, that's been very helpful and shed a huge amount of light on what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I don't see any problem with the direction the case is going. But we have to do things this way to make sure we're not, you want to talk about 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment rights, we can't violate those. This keeps us from violating.
Right.
And that's why we have to do it. It's to protect you and what you want, but this is to be able to honor what you're asking. We have to have this also, because we're unable to extract only one thing. We have to extract all. So that's fine. Okay. But we have no problem honoring it.
Right.
But we have to be covered because we can only take it all. Okay. So.
All right, we've been having trouble with this getting loaded. So it looks like it's going now. This is the phone conversation I had with Matt Reardon right after the wing incident. Friday, 8:27 p.m. What? Matt, this is Todd. You got a minute? Can y'all hear? Lynch. What's up? You need a second to record this or something? No. I mean, let me just say, everything is just straight before this call. Your wife, excuse me, I'm speaking. Excuse me, I'm speaking. I called you.
Hello?
That's cowardice. This is a recall. Calling him back. Oh, this makes you so mad, I'm shaking. Y'all can hear now? 5 seconds to fucking answer. Listen to me or let me up again. I'm calling you to speak to you calmly, not to go on a rant, okay? The response you received from Ashley, if I'm correct, from several people that told me what happened, was because you called her a bitch, Matt. Is that not what happened? Absolutely not. That's a fucking lie. Tell me what happened. What happened was I was eating my chicken wings, I looked over and she was looking and I said, Ashley, can I speak to you? And she said no. And I said, Ashley, I have patronized your bar for the last week straight. I think you deserve an opportunity to talk to me. Okay. And she refused to freaking talk to me. And I thought it's fucking ridiculous. Okay. Well, and she came over and tell you one thing, and I'm talking to you calmly because I actually have entertained you coming in here and you haven't bothered anybody, even though I have received numerous complaints from customers that are trying to come in here and have a good time and enjoy themselves.
I haven't bothered the first person. I've only wanted to be left alone when I come in there. Look at the cameras. I haven't bothered anybody.
I have it recorded.
No. I'll pull your fucking cameras if you want to pull this with me. I'll show the courts that I have not bothered anybody. I've only wanted to be left the fuck alone.
Okay, well, if that's the case, Matt, then you do whatever you feel need to be done. I'll be expecting to be sued for whatever reason that you can come up with.
No, I'm not suing you. I'm not suing you. I threw you out to the wolves, so you can sue me if you want to sue me.
You have nothing for me to take, Matt. That's fine. I'm just telling you that when you come into a business and you call either myself or Ashley a derogatory term, that is the response you're going to receive. This is your formal notice. Excuse me. This is your formal notice. Excuse me.
When she fucking ignores me and throws out my food, she deserves every fucking thing that she gets. Goodbye.
If we are running a business, we do not have time. All right, you.
So that's where he hung up. That doesn't really prove anything, but other than us as a community, we do need to get together and try to figure out our problem resolution here, because Matt Reardon is a danger to our society, and he's going to be a problem. Mark my words.
What time you gonna be up?
I'm not really sure what time we're supposed to do Chloe this evening, because I think they're still out of town. I don't know. I know Dustin was just going to go pick up Chloe. So I'm guessing, shit, I don't know. I really don't know, Matt.
I'll get with, Maddie had an Apple appointment. Take the phone by and get it looked at by the Apple people.
Yeah.
In Memphis at like 6:45. I think she moved that to later. But I know they're not open too much later. So depending on the time, I may just get with her and see. May just meet up with you earlier tomorrow.
No, it's going to have to be today.
Okay, well, I can't just put off plans as far as, there's stuff that needs to be done. I can't revolve my schedule around Chloe.
I did not say that. The only reason why I mentioned Chloe was because I can't be in two places at one time.
I understand that. Why are you scared of Chloe's mom? It's always like everything revolves around her.
I'm not scared of Chloe's mom. I will fucking cut that bitch's throat open if I feel like it. And I hope that was recorded and sent to her. Don't accuse me of being scared of somebody, Reardon, because you know good and damn well I'm the last one to be scared of somebody.
Okay, but the last time I remembered, y'all were turning around. She's taking y'all back to court for this, and I got to get with her to figure out the schedule.
No, I don't give a shit what goes on with Melissa. I don't give a damn. As long as I don't have to fucking deal with it, I don't give a shit. And as long as the freaking visitation schedules stay on schedule, and we have both of them at the same time, that way what's good for the goose is good for the fucking gander, I'm all right. I don't say nothing. But seriously, for the love of God, Matt, that's the last time you get to throw up Melissa at me. Because I literally have to bite my tongue whenever I'm around her. You know she tried to kill me? I had to keep Jesse from literally filing charges against her for me. Yeah, try being poisoned with alpha-gal stuff. Well, whatever. Are you there? Hello?
Hey,
Hey,
I lost service.
why are you calling me from an 877 number?
It's calling from an 877 number.
Yeah, like an 877 area code.
Oh shit, my bad. Like I literally just went back to the recent call list and hit dial. Okay. I didn't realize it was set by default. I guess I'm on the actual Ring Central app and not Ring Central phone.
What are you doing?
I had to go run by a friend's house, grab a knife sharpener for blades on the lawnmower.
Where are the kids?
The house, Maddie?
Oh, I thought you said Maddie wasn't there.
No, I said Maddie's got an appointment. Had an appointment at Apple in Memphis, like 6:45. But she was moving to a little later. I don't know if she moved later or different day. I think she moved later though.
That's fine.
But no, what I was saying. You're talking about as long as she sticks to the agreement or the schedule. I mean, if you don't know what time you're getting Chloe, is she really sticking to the schedule?
Matthew, this is the one and only time that she hasn't stuck to the schedule, and that's because they've been out of state at the beach.
Okay.
They're just coming in, so we don't know for sure what time they're going to be in today.
I got you. I mean, y'all got Chloe for what? Y'all got Chloe for what? A week and a half, or what?
Yeah, we have Chloe and Lydia for a week.
What I'm saying is, if it's later, is it really going to make a difference one night when you can get her tomorrow morning?
No, because Dustin's wanting to get them both tonight.
Okay. Well.
Because he doesn't have to work tonight, but he has to work tomorrow night.
Well, I'm not talking about meeting late tomorrow. I was talking about tomorrow. I can't help that. My kids are my number one priority, but making sure that they're provided for comes first. I'm in no way, shape, or form in a position even to pay you $600 a month in child support with what my residual is right now. I have no money coming in. So be thankful you're getting $600 a month right now.
And you know what?
I'm having to bust my ass to freaking
supporting your child.
What's $600 a month doing then?
You want to know what the $600 a month is paying? It pays my truck note, my cell phone bill, and half the insurance.
Okay, and I know that that's needed to move her around, but I mean...
Would you like to know how much my truck note is? Would you like to know how much my cell phone bill is? And would you like to know how much my insurance is?
You know, Liz, I never did. I was never responsible for you getting the vehicle. I was never responsible for you picking the cell phone plan, the post-paid cell phone plan, by the way. And I wasn't responsible for whatever insurance company you have. So that's not my business. My business is my child.
Okay, well, if that's your business, then you can start paying us extra money a week to go for her health insurance. I can hand over that bill to you from her doctor's office for $190-some. Yeah, you can pay that too. There are a whole bunch of other things that, by law, you are supposed to be paying for half of. I don't even ask you for money on that. I don't ever ask you for anything. Not a dime. So don't even go there. All right? Goodbye.
All right.
Sister-in-law.
Back up for the day and go on to get your life straight. We'll be in touch with you what the U.S. Attorney's Office is.
The U.S. Attorney's Office. Yes, they do. It's in every court. God knows that I'm in enough of those right now. All right. I've actually welcomed
the U.S. Attorney's Office to join in.
117 on 401.
Yeah.
Give you correct address.
Yeah.
It's not in Calhoun.
No, I mean I've got multiple mailing addresses. That's one of them.
Yeah. Where you live, where you lay your head, is the address we need.
Yeah. P.O. Box
That
1360.
ain't where you don't lay your head at P.O. Box. You lay your head at a house. So if you live in Calhoun County, give your address where you live.
I mean, that's been the address that I've been given.
Where do you live?
Plead the fifth.
So it's not the 117 on
Because my ex, Liz Crowder, has been trying to get that information. That's the whole reason the Justice Court stuff and the Chancery Court stuff exists. Y'all know that very well. And me giving up my address means her getting my address, which means that I then get attacked by false allegations. She's already accused me of rape. I have very good legitimate reason to not disclose my actions.
I don't give Liz Crowder any information.
So if there's a law that says that it can't be a mailing address and it actually has to be a physical address, and I have to disclose that, then I'd like to see the supportive language.
Sure, brother. That's fine.
But right now, I'm outside of Terry stop time. You roll your time stipulations.
What was this about as far as texting the same thing I told you?
All right, man. All right, guys.
Hey, Marilyn. Something changed?
Because we didn't have a resolution. So
I'm just confused. I mean, I'm just confused and baffled. I was just explaining to you the situation as far as and I'm doing the best that I can to do it for business meeting. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, Liz. I mean, after y'all freaking accusing me of touching Lydia, and then a year later getting fake rape charges put on me, which the police saw right through. I mean, how do you think you have a right to talk to me the way you do?
I mean, could you come this Thursday?
I could. Well, yeah. I mean, I should be able to. Yeah.
I mean, if I were you, just because the judge said he was wanting to talk to you about everything, so I would come back Thursday. You can come at 9 or 2.
Okay. I mean, I have a pretty good idea what's, because her attorney actually just sent me an email last night that she had explained to Judge Shoemate that the Chancery matter and Oxford and about, in the best interest of the child. But what the judge clearly didn't understand in this matter was that I've been the only one that's been civil since day one. I have suffered directly at the hands of this girl putting false accusations against me that have been proven unsubstantiated. She has been enabled fully, and she has kept my child from me since January. It's her that's refusing to co-parent. And so all this did was this further enabled her and created a larger problem if she was let go and not charged. It's ultimately culpable negligence, especially if she strikes again, because I've been completely victimized by her, and I've not even seen my child since January. So they flat out lied to the judge, especially if he just let her go. It's a very serious charge. And I was completely victimized, and I still am. I still can't even see my daughter.
Matthew,
Just for here, I want to give you a warning one time only. The next time you call up here, next time anybody must have a hard time, I'm going to have your business. About to come up here, when you call up here, that's what people record.
Your Honor, how did I do that?
I understand you want to discuss something with me. Let's hear it. What do you want to discuss?
I was simply trying to inquire on the outcome of my ex. She falsely accused me of rape. You have created a monster,
Please
Your Honor.
take him over. Take him over. Go back. I'm going to hope you can.
Your Honor, I was just trying to address this.
You want to go over?
Your Honor, please. My wife is outside. My wife's outside. My wife is outside. So which one? Buddy, thank you.
Hello?
Hey, I was wanted to see Lydia.
Okay, let me get Lydia, okay?
I was here to see Lydia. You also, the last text you told me I can see her here.
Man. Bye, man.
Really?
Bye.
It's my weekend with it. It's Father's Day also.
My weekend.
No, Father's Day is tomorrow. Father's Day weekend, this was my weekend. Yes, it was, because 2 weeks ago.
Have you submitted your new address?
I don't have to give you
Yes,
jack
you do.
shit.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Have you
Fuck off.
If you don't leave, I'm calling the sheriff.
Fuck off, bitch.
That's fine. I have all of that on camera.
So do I. I got it all recorded as well. Fuck you. Hold on a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, God, I'm getting pulled over.
You serious?
Yep.
Thank you, Matt. Wahoo.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah. Right.
Why don't you testify? No, I'm saying,
Because I'm warning you, Matt. I say that now. If you plan on subpoenaing me in court with any of your, like, Supreme Court bullshit or anything like that,
I don't need to.
even if they subpoena me, I'm not saying a word.
You're right.
What?
Yeah, but you're right.
The frequency says okay.
Right. You have the right to,
You have the right to refrain.
yes, so it says, against self-incrimination. I have no need. I have everything that I need for these people that continue digging a deeper water trench.
I have $50,000 that I have to pay back to an owner.
Why in the hell did you say that?
That is what I have spent over the last several years in court to begin with.
If you ought to see Ray Tannehill, you said Ray Tannehill was behind this. That needs to be, you suing him.
Not suing Ray.
Well, I mean, apparently he's the one that.
Well, I have there's a lot of court.
Okay, I'm curious. If the whole thing was a shot by Ray, or a failed shot by Ray, and she's been the cause of all my stuff in 2017. Why would you not simply just testify to that so that the problem stops? It's him. Instead of it continuing on.
Because I am a person that has a very purposeless taste.
So I don't have a good taste for like that. What's next one? I mean, the only.
No, I'm not talking about taste in people. I'm talking about taste in lack of their justice.
Right. But the only other thing that they can do now is take a hit off. Like literally. I'm sure he could. I'm sure he does.
Okay, it's Matt Root, and I'm outside of Justice Court in Fayette County, where there is never a shortage of scandal, always centered around bond. Inconsistencies regarding bond. Quite a few this year. I think what happened yesterday was probably one of the most outrageous. When you have somebody that was accused of making a bomb threat, a weapon of mass destruction, and you have some puppet judge over here issuing a $50,000 bond. Then we can roll back the tapes to 2017, and I've cited numerous examples of inconsistencies and flaws stemming out of this very court. 2017, you have a hypothetical weapon which did not even exist. It was a fake, bogus charge in the furtherance of an election scandal, where you have Judge Carolyn Bell refusing to entertain the exculpatory evidence and issuing a $150,000 bond. I want to find out who issued the bond yesterday. I want to find out where all these bonds are just going on tilt. Hello, Miss Jill. I've got a question. Trying to figure out where all these bonds are going on tilt coming out of Justice Court. Yesterday, do you have the information on the guy that was charged with making a bomb threat? The bonds that have come out of this court over the last year have been...
I'm not going to talk to you about it, Matt.
It's a shame, though. They don't want to address the real problem. You know who it is? Ha. Sounds familiar. A lot of stuff going on in Oxford, a lot of stuff going on in Lafayette County, and we are reminded